Tina, and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm showing you the inside of the brand new release from Thinking Tree, the Wild Wilderness Adventure Handbook, a survival guide, and science journal. Now, I have the PDF version of this particular journal. I don't have like the paper copy like you would get from like Amazon, but I just wanted to show you guys because a lot of you wanted to like get like a sneak peek or a peek inside. So I'm just going to show you briefly this journal right now. And as you can see, this journal is broken down into four chapters. Chapter one focus on the wildlife. Chapter two focus on the three survival essentials, and chapter three focus on how to, and chapter four is a survival scenario. So you're gonna go through different survival scenarios. Um, you given the scenario and then you work through the situation. Now the first thing that talks about is like poisonous plants, and then you have to like name the plant. It start with poison ivy. How is it? How it uses poison? Then you put a picture or a drawing about it, and then you have other facts too. So you're gonna be doing the poisonous plants first, and it goes through various different ones that you have to do your research on. Then you color this poisonous plant correctly, and then you find what it will down the different things about it. And this is very good for all of us to know because you never know what situation you can find yourself in, and this will be indeed some great information to know about what plants are edible, what plants are poisonous, what plants you should stay away from versus what plants can help you survive. So it's very good. Then they have a section where you do the taste test of some of those edible plants that you did your research on, and then you can either draw the plant or write the plant's name down, and then you write your reaction to that specific plant. Did you like the taste? What was the texture, and so forth? What I'm thinking about doing with my kids is actually going through our yard and try to find some of these things, and going like to different parks and different areas that has a lot of forestry and greenery, and map some photos of it and then paste it inside the book. And then you have different plants that's help with medicine and stuff like that. So, and then different things to avoid dealing with animals. So now you're gonna get into your survival things dealing with animals, like what to do versus what not to do when you meet up with certain wild animals. So you write down the dangerous animals here, and then you identify them, and then you write tips on how to avoid them, or how to handle dealing with them if you meet them in the wild. Then, of course, we have to have snakes in the book. uh, that's not my favorite animal in the whole world, but I do want to know as much information as I can to keep myself and my family safe. So I kind of squim through it, but I read enough just to keep myself safe. So then we have um and the Check Academy. After this video, could you like type it in the comments? Like if you have any questions, I'll try to answer it after I do the video. But thank you for your participation. Then they have the hunting and the trapping and the fishing. So you have tips one, two, three, four, and five. So you use the book and like categorize it and stuff on that page. So it has different things that you're looking at for with various animals and various plants, some dangerous, some not, and also the same with the plants. So now you get into section two, where you're going to research three dangerous animals from each category that lives near your area and answer the questions below. This is very good. Area has various different dangerous animals, and that's indigenous to your specific area. So letting your kids do the research, like what's poisonous animals or dangerous animals that's in our area, will give them really a leg up. So I think we're going to really enjoy this journal. And then tips on how to avoid these animals, how to identify these animals, um, the dangers that that animal presents. And it just goes on and start identifying like different various animals. Like you're gonna have birds, then you're gonna talk about it. You're gonna have various different things that you can add in, or they have pictures that can jog your memory or give you something to go by. Have a section dealing with mammals, and then you're gonna have animal one, two, three. Yeah, three. And so you're gonna do your own particular research dealing with your particular area. Then we're gonna go through with the fish. And with the fish, you do the exact same thing. You pick the fish, and then you do your dangers dealing with that animal, or yeah, the dangers dealing with that animal. You identify, and then things that help you avoid danger, or dangers that that animal presents. And then you write down different traps that you can use for those animals, and then how you use them, different instructions and stuff. So it's very, very detailed. What I like is everybody's journal is gonna be different based on where you live. Of course, you can do it however you want. You can do your area, the area, your state in which you live, or you can do multiple states. It's really basically up to you. But in my case, I'm gonna really focus on South Carolina things at the moment. South Carolina and North Carolina, since we border both of them. Well, I live in South Carolina, and North Carolina is so close to us with our border, so we go in and out of North Carolina and South Carolina a lot, various areas in South Carolina. So I'm gonna do this so we can be aware of different things. So now it's talking about ponds and lakes and rivers and streams. So you're gonna get that geography in there, dealing with your animals. Um, Now chapter 2 deals with three survival essentials, and you're going to go through and you're going to find different things like types of fires, how you use it, how you build it, draw illustrations, how you do a shelter, how when you do a fire, how you need to maintain it, different ways in which to maintain it to keep it safe so it won't, so the fire won't get away from you. And they have instructions and different methods that you can use in order to start a fire properly and also to end the fire properly. So it's pretty good. And you fill in all this information as you go. So it's very, very good. And then chapter 3 talks about how to. So you're going to be learning how to do like a knot, how to do different things you can look up in a book or on the internet, how to do a 10 knot, which I don't even know how to do. So that'd be something good for all of us to learn. It talks about canoeing. I mean, it's this, the list goes on and on of different things that you can actually use. Even goes into section 3, talks about first aid, like if you get different type of injuries, how you will treat that injury, your maintenance, and other notes that you write about what you did with that specific injury. So different things that you use. So this can be a great book for them just to keep on them. What to do when with a compound fracture, a scrape, a bloody nose, first degree burns, a snake bite, if you're dehydrated, third degree burns, second degree burns. Um, Very, very good things to know, because so this is actually not only science, it's getting into anatomy, dealing with health and stuff, and overall wellness as well. So you're getting a little bit of science, you're getting some zoology in this book, dealing with animals, and you're also going to be getting fundamental life skills dealing with health. And then the last section talks about your survival bag, different tips and different things that you can use and do it yourself, adding in yourself. Part 4 is talking about the survival scenarios. Like you have scenario 1. This is a good thing to help your child to logically put together, if they was in this situation, how would they get out of this situation in the best way possible. So it's basically making your child think through things before, or if this occurred, they will always already rather have the know-how on how to get through those specific things. And then of course they can build on it. Like the first one talk about hiking, the second scenario talks about firewood, and then you find a snake. The second scenario, yeah, this part 2, the second scenario talking about snake bites. And it just goes on and on, telling you, giving you those various scenarios, and then you answer the question the best way that you can, with real life skills and tactics that you can use in order to successfully get through that particular scenario. Um, of course, I'm sure there's probably some DVDs out there on great survival things that's kid appropriate. So I'm gonna look for that as well to add into with this particular journal. So that is the end of this review of this particular journal, the Wild Wilderness Adventure Handbook, a survival guide, and science journal, which is way more than just a science journal. It is a science journal, it's a life skills journal, it's a survivor guide, it's health, and it's logic with them thinking out, well, logic with problem solving. So it's gonna, your child's gonna be, well, will experience so many different avenues with this particular journal. I really feel that this journal is well done. It's totally outside the box. This is something that I am indeed going to be using with my kids, with the spring coming soon, and all those little animals and insects coming out. This is going to be a great spring journal for us to do as a family. I'm actually going to do this myself. I'm going to make a copy of this just for myself. My kids going to have one, and I'm going to have one, and we are going to learn this together because I need to know this stuff as well. So this is a great all-around journal for children, and in my opinion, adults as well. Especially if you're not that adventurous. I'm not like really a wilderness gal, so I need to know as much as I need to know to get through. So this is going to be very beneficial for me as well. So if you was curious about whether or not you want to get this journal or not, I feel that this is a great journal just from looking at the PDF and seeing all the information and how it's set up. I think this will really be a great journal for anybody that looking for something that's totally different, totally outside the box. This is totally outside of my comfort zone. This is totally something that I need to know, and indeed my children as well. So this is a great journal. Um, he did a great job. Aiden Potter did an excellent job with this journal. I'm so proud of him. So this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. Ideas are a look of the Thinking Tree Journal, the Adventures Handbook. You guys have a great day.